Shalom to nation of Israel. This is Barazal coming in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the great millstone, and to the hopeful like pushers word and truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. This quick one titled AI will fix you. AI will fix you. Or trust in AI. It is the future. Mark of the Beast. Right? MOTB. It says researchers test humanoid robot surgeons and use AI brain chips for paralysis victim. So I'll read it again. Researchers test humanoid robot surgeons and use AI brain chips for paralysis victim. And we told you this, like they're gonna bring these chips, and they're gonna come with convenience. They're gonna be able to heal. Oh, we can do this, we can do that. We can fix this, we can fix that. Right? We can make someone who's paralyzed and make them walk again and feel again. We have the way. We can control and we control. There's another one. I forgot what. Cognify. There we go. That's the word. Try Cognify. The company Cognify is attacking prisoners, where inmates, where like some of them have like a long stretch where it's like 25 to life or something like that. You know, they can opt out to take the brain chip, and it can pretty much allow them to experience 25 years or 100 years of a life sentence in 7 minutes, right? But they have to take the brain chip to do that. And on top of it, it's going to reconfigure, rehabilitate their personality to make them more cohesively, they can make them more cohesive with society. So now they're actually, what's the word I'm looking for? A complement or a benefit to society, not a problem to society or a menace to society, right? So yeah, if you present that to prisoners, what do you think they're going to say? They're going to say, yeah, oh, it's just a brain chip, but I can get out of jail. I don't have to do 25 years in jail. Yeah, I'll take it. That's what they're going to do. So anyways, it's always going to come in the form of convenience. That's how they're going to get people, because these people in this world, which is all but designed by Esau Edom, which, I mean, he's backed by Yahweh Yahushai, right, through Satan and then through the wicked, is to make everyone very impatient. Is to make this population on this planet very impatient, moving by what's the word? Instant gratification, right? Not be able to control their emotions. So like giving them an option to get something quick and fix all your problems, right? Choosing over suffering longer, but suffering for a short period of time. They're going to jump on it. They're going to jump on it. But the whole joke is taking the brain chip, you're going to suffer forever. It's a trap. That's why it's deception. He's going to deceive them that receive the mark. He's going to use deception to make you take the mark. Make you think that's going to solve all your problems, but it's not. Once you take it, you're screwed. You're done. You're cooked. You're cooked. Yeah. I mean, this one's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, so the system seems very convenient. Like right here, it says, unlike today's bulky robotic systems that can weigh nearly a ton, occupy a significant floor space, and typically handle only a single type of task, these humanoid robots weigh just 60 pounds. So these are humanoid robots. Slack, yeah. So everything's always going to come in convenience. It says they are mobile and capable of performing multiple functions. In addition to acting as the primary surgeon, they could also serve as assistants. So like you surgeons that went all to years of health school, medical school, and all this shit. Now they just said, oh yeah, we can create a robot to do what you do. We can just create a robot to do what you do. We don't really need you guys. See? So then what's happening to you surgeons? You guys are not gonna have a job. Right? So even surgeons, people on blue collar and white collar are gonna lose their jobs to robots. And I did a video, was it last week? It was the week before that, about you workers in like warehouses and stuff like that, where they're gonna bring robots to quote unquote help you with your job. Or the video I did about the farmers. See, there's a pattern being shown here. They're bringing these robots to take your jobs away because they find that the robots are more convenient, more efficient. I don't have to pay these robots all this money, right? They can work 24/7, 365, right? They don't get tired. They don't have emotional problems. Well, they shouldn't, but you know, with AI, you're starting to see stuff there because it's spirits on these robots. But pretty much they're looking at the robots as a better option because the Earth is just a big company. It's just a big business. And the ones on the top are just like thinking of a way to make they're thinking of a way to make it more efficient, more easier for them to make money faster. Right? So they're like, okay, if we get rid of the workers and put robots there, we don't have to pay these workers anymore. We have to spend years and years to develop these surgeons, pay farmers, X, Y, and Z. We can just create robots that do it. And don't get tired, don't complain, don't get mad about the fact that they're working 24/7, 365. We don't have to pay them. We don't have to go do any lawsuits and all this shit. We just keep working them. So you don't think they're gonna pick that option? As a carnal man, that's who Esau is, a carnal man. You think he's not gonna pick that option? That's what you people don't know, man. You guys don't know what's coming. All of you guys are gonna be on UBI, whether you are a surgeon or whether you're a farmer. You're gonna be on UBI. Anyways. It says a second breakthrough centers on restoring movement and sensation for people with paralysis. Researchers at New York's Feinstein Slovakia Institutions for Medical Research, which that's a small hatter, conducted a double neural bypass trial involving Keith Thomas, who lost feeling and movement from the chest down after a diving accident years earlier. Huh. See? Marvels. Doctors implanted 5 microchips in his brain. Artificial intelligence interprets his intention to move and routes those signals to his muscles and sensory pathways. And there was a movie about this. It was the same thing. It was a guy that was paralyzed. I forgot what the movie was called. It was a very good one. And the guy was paralyzed. It's like a chip that went in his brain, and the chip just kind of like, he heard a voice, and it was, which is the AI that was in the chip, and it was talking for him, and you got like an upgrade. He could see things differently. Like he's able to, like, it was totally different. Yeah. But yeah, this is how they're gonna get people, man. It's gonna seem like, wow, this is amazing. Da, 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 da. You know, like, wow, they can do this, they can do that, they can fix this, they can fix that. It says Thomas can now feed himself, raise his arms, scratch his face, and meaningfully feel the touch of a loved one again. It's like, it's unreal, he said, because I haven't felt that in 3 years. Well, there was a reason why the Lord didn't want you to feel it, because you're wicked. That's why the Lord put you in that situation. But you know, Esau is like, no, you know, F what the Lord did. I'm gonna fix that because I'm the real God. I have the power to give life and to take it away. I have the power to make you move and to not move. I do, not the Most High. Oh, he did that? That was just a mistake. I'm gonna fix his mistake, right? Because I'm above the Most High. That's how Esau thinks. He thinks that was a mistake to be fixed. That the guy who was paralyzed, that he had to go and put a brain chip in. Like the only scenario where that can be healed is if, you know, the person got healed. Like, you know, when you ask for the power, Ask from the power of the Yahweh, Yahushai, and the Ruach HaKodesh to heal this man, and then you should walk again. That's it. And that's if it's the Lord's will. The Lord doesn't will it to happen. It's not going to happen because it's like, no, the Lord doesn't want you to walk. You're going to stay there paralyzed because of what you did in your past life. Anyways. This is how they're going to get people. This is how they're going to get you guys. So let's go here first. Commission Marvel. Yeah. So Revelation 13:14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. See? So these miracles I just showed you, this is one of them. That's how these people are going to be deceived to take the MOTB. Because it sounds very convincing. It sounds great. Like, wow, they can fix this person's paralyzed. He couldn't feel his loved one again. Now he can feel his loved one. Now he can walk. Now he can talk, touch. Now he can move. He can grab things for himself. This is amazing. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Right? Then they will say God is good. Right? But they will really say Esau is good. That's really what they're thinking when they say God. They're thinking Esau is good because they're calling Esau God. Because Esau is the one that did it. They don't see it as the Most High did it. They see it as Esau did it. So when Esau brings more of these brain chips to fix other stuff, you think people are going to say no? They're going to say yes. Say yes. I want one too. I have this problem. Can you fix it? Oh, can you make me learn multiple languages where I just don't have to toil and work for it? I can just put this brain chip and I can just learn everything. It's down in my brain. I can speak like, right? Revelation 13:16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in the forehead. How is he going to cause them to do that? Through deception, right? Deceiving them of what? Of convenience. Deceiving them that this is convenient for them, this is good for them, this is going to make things easier for them. That's how he's going to deceive them, to take it in their hand or in their brain, right? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark. So you won't be able to buy or sell if you have that mark on top of it. So it's going to get to a point where everyone's going to have it if you want to be in Esau's beast system, right? If not, you can't go to work, right? You can't get a job, because getting a job means you're selling yourself. You're selling yourself to this service for money. So you won't be able to do that. Therefore, you won't be able to buy goods, right? If you can't get a job, you won't have any money. Therefore, you can't buy food. If you can't buy food, then you can't eat, right? If you can't eat, then you may starve. At least that's what you think is going to happen. If you're one of the elect, you're not going to starve. Because I read it on another lesson. You know, they said that Most High said his servants shall eat and they shall drink. When you are sad, they shall be merry. Roughly paraphrasing, right? Because you people think that when you take this chip, you know, whether it's the brain one and the one in the hand, that you're going to be good because, I can go and eat and stuff and I can do this stuff. But it's only a temporary satisfaction, because you're going to think everything's good temporarily and it's going to turn upside down on you. Something's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to turn upside down, where these things that you thought were good for you are actually going to destroy you, but it's going to be too late. You already took it, right? You already took it. It's too late. Or the name of the beast or the number of his name, right? And it says, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Exactly. So the righteous is going to be scarcely saved in these times, because you can see as it's continuing, things are going to get worse. So, and the righteous are going to be scarcely saved. So it's not that the righteous are not going to go through it, but they're going to go through it. They're going to enter something and they're going to go through it, go in the midst of it, and then they're going to come out of it. That's what you mean by going through something. The wicked, you 2/3 in America, and then you rebellious Israelites around the world, you are going to get stuck in it, and you're not going to get out. You're going to get stuck in it. You're not going to go through it. You're going to get stuck in it. That's a difference. Like a trap, pretty much. That's a perfect example. It's a trap. When you get trapped with something, you get stuck. You can't move. That's what happened to you, rest of you fucking Israelites. Right? And it says, and except Mark 13:20, and except that the Lord Yahweh Yahushai has shortened those days, no flesh shall be saved. But for the elect's sake, whom he has chosen, he has shortened the days. That's why the days feel shorter, right? Because if he didn't, look what Esau's doing. Look what Esau's doing. If he didn't shorten the days and they had longer days, more time to do what they wanted to do, no, there's no flesh would be saved on the planet. He would kill everybody, including himself. Right? Anyways, that's it on that. So seeing that brain chip thing, they're moving faster and faster with their trials, and they got a lot of test subjects through the ICE thing that was going on. I'm not sure if that's even still going on. You don't see it in the news, but it doesn't mean it's not still going on, right? Just because you don't see it in the news doesn't mean it's not still going on, right? They got all these the Northern Kingdom. A lot of those people never went back home. They took them and they started testing on them because they need test subjects to test these chips, right? To see how they work, to test them out. So they're going to need humans. What humans are going to voluntarily submit for this testing? No matter how much money you offer them, they're not going to voluntarily take it. So they're going to have to get subjects that are not voluntary, that are not willing. So where did they get them? Right? And they found that, Elon Musk's, I think it was Elon, his centers for the chips. I don't know if it was the chips or one of his centers that he has, his offices, was right next to the ICE area, the ICE departments, the ICE, what do you call those? I don't know what to call it. The ICE centers for ICE, where they have the people and they process them. The Tesla or Elon's department. Is that Elon or someone else? One of these other guys. It might have been what's the other guy's called? Yeah, I forgot the other guy's name. There was another AI guy. Palantir, there we go. Palantir. It's either Palantir or Elon. They had their offices right next to these ICE detainment centers or areas, right? Which is strange. But anyways, that's it on that. It close up by saying Kahala Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and to the hopeful that pushes word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Abad, Babal, Kwam Yashar Allah, and Shalom.